When creating the audio for a multi-character scene in harmony, one easy way of doing it is to use a multi-track audio program like Adobe Audition or the open source program Audacity. In this demonstration, I will be using Audition. So when I have Audition open, I want to create a new multi-track session. So I can do that simply by clicking on multi-track, going to New and choose multi-track session. So there's lots of ways to do it. Now the settings I want to choose 44,100 Hertz, 16-bit audio. That gives me a good setup. I'm going to put this into, I have a folder already arranged on my desktop called Audio. And I'm going to give it a name, hit OK. And here we go. Now with this, I have two tracks that I'm working with. My first track, I'm just going to call this one Ricky. And this second track will be Simone. These are my two characters that are in my scene. Now, when I'm working in a multi-track project, I have to arm a track to make it ready for recording. And we do that by clicking on the R in that track. And now we can see it turns red, indicating it's armed or hot, ready to record, and the view meters show up. So it shows us that we have audio levels from the microphone with the input that is happening here. Now when I'm ready to record, I click on the record button. It's a good practice when we start recording to hit record, give yourself a second or two of emptiness, and then start speaking into the microphone. That's going to give you a better result. Now, as I do this, I'm going to record all the characters and lines into one track, and then we will slice them up and move them and adjust their in and out points between the two character tracks. So here we go. We click record. With the fork. I hate you. Likewise. You're a Twinkie. Yeah, I heard that one. What else is new? You mind? How come you didn't come out the other night? What night? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You know what night. All right, so now we have our audio and it's been recorded. What I can do next is use the razor blade and I can click. Now I can easily adjust the endpoint on that one right there so I don't have to click and get rid of it, or as I will do here, I can click at the ends of each one. So I'm clicking in between each line of dialogue. So I am trimming those. So now, let's see. I hate you. And if I switch back to the select tool, so now if I leave Ricky in the first line, I'm going to take Simone and drag that down over here. Get rid of this emptiness. We don't need it. Just hit the delete key. I can hit the delete key there. Drag Ricky over. Now, so if it snaps onto the CTI or the playback current time indicator right here. And if that's really close to the track where I'm trying to line it up, it'll keep wanting to snap on that instead. So sometimes I just move it over so that I can line it up. Now we know we don't need that there. Now, if I put my cursor near the beginning or end of a clip, we'll see how we can adjust it. So what I'm going to do is pull this over and adjust it onto that clip. Move that. We can move this over, move this one. So with that, if we go back to the beginning. The fork. I hate you. Likewise. All right, likewise got a little too short, so let's pull that out. Hey, look at that. Likewise. And now let's see. You're a Twinkie. Yeah, I heard that one. So now if I go back to the razor, we can just start clicking between these. Now I can create, just click in between them. Let's see. What night? What are you talking about? Don't. All right. So going back to the select tool, can pull this down, and now we pull this over. It's a lot of empty space. Unless I need that dramatic pause, or if something is happening, I might want to leave it. Otherwise, we won't. So
I hate you. Likewise. You're a Twinkie. Yeah, I heard that one. What else is new? You mind?
And it really is just a matter of rinse and repeat, since we have one character speak, then the next. If I want the characters to start to speak on top of each other,
you mind? How come you didn't come out the other?
So we can certainly shorten it up between them so we don't have to have lengthy pauses. So I can pull that over, tighten it up.
You didn't come out the other night. What night? What are you talking about?
And then pull this over, wind it back. And now if we listen.
What the fork? I hate you. Likewise. You're a Twinkie. Yeah, I heard that one. What else is new? You mind? How come you didn't come out the other night? What night? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You know what night.
All right, so, and we could continue the rest of the scene, but right now that's all, we're doing this for demonstration purposes. Now, I'm going to turn off having that track armed for recording. If I'm happy with my levels, I can leave them where they are. Now I want to change each one. I'm going to pitch shift one track up and one track down just to create more space between the characters so we can understand it. So with the first track selected, if I go into my effects rack, I'll see I have options to do clip effects. Clip effects would apply then just to this one clip. Track effects will affect all of these. And what I want to do, I could grab a preset. We'll see we have lots of presets there. I really don't want to use any one of those right now because they will do too much. I just want to do a little shifting, so I will go to pitch shifter. So on the effects, click on the arrow. We can see we now have the effects. I'll grab pitch shift. And I'm going to take Ricky and we will just pull Ricky down a couple clicks. Let's listen to it and see what it sounds like.
What the fork? I hate you.
Likewise.
You're a Twinkie.
Yeah, I heard that one. What else?
So we can see how it gets a little bit deeper, so then that's good. Now let's go to Simone's track and once again click on the arrow. I'm going to do a little pitch shift this time. We'll pitch shift it up instead of down.
What the fork? I hate you.
Likewise.
You're a Twinkie.
Yeah, I heard that one. What else is new?
You mind?
How come you didn't?
So now you can see that there's more space between each one of the voices. So that gives me a good start here. So I'm going to save the hard work that I've done. What I want to do is I want to render these out as individual audio files. I need to make Ricky a file and I need to make Simone a file. So I'm going to click S here that solos that track and I will choose File, Export, Multitrack Mixdown, Entire Session. When I do that, I'm going to give it a name. This time I will call this one Ricky. And I'm saving it into, let's go here to the audio folder. And I want to save it as a WAV file. That's an uncompressed audio file, so it will retain the most quality. With that, I can click OK. And yeah, let's replace that one that's there. Now I'm going to go to Simone's track, solo that, turn off Ricky's. Notice when you choose to solo a track, the other track turns gray, or if you have multiple tracks, then the other tracks will all turn gray. So sometimes you forget you've done that, and then you can't figure out why this track doesn't play and we can't hear it. So use the colors as a visual indicator. So export mix down, entire session. This time it will be Simone. Not Simone. So now we grab Simone. Okay, yep, I'm replacing the ones that's there. All right, so now I have my two audio files rendered out.